My name is Michael Leo. I'm 40 years old, 16-year veteran of the Marine Corps, gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps, born and raised in California. I served 16 years in the Marine Corps. I was a gunnery sergeant, which was a blessing. It was wonderful. Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish my last 4 years, but very blessed for the 16 that I did serve. With those 3 combat deployments and 2 Marine Expeditionary Units. I suffer a lot of anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder from recalling some traumatic events. And one of the things about me, I'm always smiling as well. Internally, I'm dying. And I've been able to be 2 people, and it'd be hard for you to ever really know that. And so a lot of my pain is concealed. And even in the Marine Corps, as a leader of Marines, as a gunnery sergeant of Marines, you don't like to show weakness, and you're still trying to compete for promotion, and you're still trying to compete for orders, so you don't seek the treatment until the last minute. And so then they're like, well, why do you have all these ailments? It's like, really? 16 years Marine Corps? 3 combat deployments, physical injuries, mental injuries, 100 KIAs, being in charge of casualty. There were times being at the physical hospital locations that you see these alive human beings being brought in on these medevacs, hearing them, smelling them, holding a hand, wishing that you could be them and giving them the breath of life again. But in the reality of things, you still got to push forward. You have a job to do. And so you go, you push forward, you march on. And the Marine Corps, instilled that in everybody, and that's why they're so effective. So fast forward to me, once I became a recovering service member and was utilizing their services and was dealing with some of my traumas, both mentally and physically, I was prescribed those medications. Psychiatry is very, very eager to medicate. And in my case, I had 14 medications. I mean, at one point, I was at 7 at one time and 5 as needed. And I had 2 if I really needed. And I was a zombie. I couldn't do anything. And that's unfortunately a side effect of some medications. And the other side effects are, let's say you have some type of internal injuries, or you have something where your body's affected. So when you take these medications, now it's affecting the way it goes through your system, or it's causing a secondary issue. So you're helping one thing and hurting another. And a lot of these medications, ironically, my psychiatrist, and I love the psychiatrist, but he said, when you get to the counter, a lot of these are going to say that you don't take them at the same time, but just tell them it's okay. We've done the study. I hate to say it, but it's kind of like it's a trial. It's like what works for me, and not necessarily is the standard. And being a United States Marine, you are not allowed to consume or use. And it's a no tolerance policy. So that's the challenge that a lot of the wounded warriors or those that are ill face, and everybody's different. I know a lot of individuals that are not here today that maybe if they had the ability to use or had someone talk to them that does use or comes from the same kind of background, maybe they wouldn't have, chose to take what they thought was the easy way out. A lot of suicide's real. It's big in our community. It's big. For me, when I was prescribed all these medications, all I need is cannabis, and I can sleep, I can eat, I can sit here in front of a camera, in front of light. I'm more social. There's different types and ways you can use, different ways that you can, if I need to be more sleepy for insomnia, or if I have pain, or if I need to be able to be high functioning with CBD and non-psychosis effect. Cannabis has been, for me, a blessing for the fact that I'm not taking those medications. Cannabis is what treats everything that I have been diagnosed with, and more so. Medication.